You ever try to do something that was in conflict with your spirit? How'd that turn out for you? Hey y'all, it's Kara with Goat For It Farm, and today I'm going to talk with y'all about kind of something personal, which is what really drives me in my life and really my calling. Some of the dogs are going to join me, I guess. Got Stella here on the right and Wildy on the left. They recently were fixed, and they had some cones on, but they've been avoiding licking themselves, and well, since they're all together, they were able to lick each other if they wanted to, so I don't know. Got the cones off. They seem pretty comfortable, and they don't seem to be messing with anything. They're good doggies. Yes, they all are. Oh, you got a turkey feather. You got a pretty little turkey feather, didn't you? I like those. Well, as long as you don't eat them off the bird. Speaking of turkeys. Hey, y'all. Got the boy in the middle and his two girls on each side. Oh, Wildy, good girl. You just gonna hang out with me while we chat? Well, really, the topic of this video is basically pursuing your calling. And sometimes a calling can be something long-term, and other times it can be a spur-of-the-moment decision, which has happened with us recently. Pretty much whenever I was pursuing my career, went to college, got my degree in biology, was always excellent at pre-med classes. Hey, Leia's joining us too. Was excellent at pre-med classes, and so I was listed as pre-med. Because why not? You're good at the classes, it pays well, why wouldn't that be a good job to have? Then, after college, I applied to medical school while I was in college, and I got accepted, and I started right after I graduated college. And I quickly realized that even though it was something I could do and could gain the knowledge for, it wasn't something I was passionate about, and I didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose in life. And that was really a difficult thing to realize after so many years of preparation. So it was a few months into the program, and the entire time I just felt like I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I kept thinking back to my experiences in education. In college, I was a tutor. I led small groups for the underclassmen, and I loved it all the time, even though it was additional work. Of course, it fueled me. It made me feel like I was making a difference, and I could see how I was helping people. Additionally, I recognized the amount of time I was going to have to commit to just my education, and even after my education, so much of my time would go to my career. I wouldn't really have the set schedule that I wanted to be able to do things outside of work. And realizing that, work wasn't all I wanted to do in life. I wanted to be able to be with my family, to be with animals, because I've always loved animals and taking care of them and having the time that they deserve to be loved on. And so I knew I couldn't put it off any longer, and I made the decision to apply for a program that would give me a teaching license, so that even though my degree was not in education, but rather in biology, I would be able to become certified to teach. So that's what I pursued. And while, of course, there were some difficult times, it was so rewarding and continues to be so rewarding because I get to make an impact on people every day, and I have time for things outside of just work. I have a schedule that I can work in, and when I leave for the day, I'm done. Like, I'm not working on it anymore. I'm in home mode, or whatever you want to call it, farm mode. And it has made such a positive difference for my mental health. So I guess I'm just trying to say, I realized that what I was doing, the direction I was going, even though it had its benefits, of course, it just wasn't my calling. And I think it can be really scary to realize that and change your direction. But I'm really thankful that I have. Another example of following your calling that I've experienced recently was feeling called to help some dumped dogs that were abandoned near where I live. This girl, Stella, Wildy, Leia, we've got Max, the one-eyed wonder, in the house. And, of course, Ari, who is, she looked a lot like a weenie dog. Pretty similar to Wildy, just a bit shorter. And maybe slightly floppier ears. I tell y'all, when I went and picked up those dogs, people were telling me, why are you doing that? Please don't bring those dogs home. But I think maybe you can agree that when you feel called to do something, whether it's your conscience or, I truly believe sometimes it's the Holy Spirit telling me stuff, what I should do and directing me. And when I feel called to do something like helping out animals, especially these that are so sweet and were just thrown away pretty much, I can't really argue with that. I don't know. I just think if we can help in a situation, that we should. Or we should do what we can. Because especially the stray animal issue, particularly in the South, it's not going to get better unless we as individuals stand up and do something about it. But that's just a little bit about, some of my personal background and how I got to being out in the country doing edutainment. And I love education. I love animals. And so I find that it's honestly like self-care to make these videos. And I hope that you enjoy watching them. Oh, hey Leia. But let's check in on the other animals. And as we do, I have a question for you. I would love to know in the comments what fuels you. What is your calling? Y'all are like dogs, aren't you? Y'all just follow me everywhere. The ants go marching 3 by 3. Hurrah. Except 3 of the ants are dogs. And 3 of the ants are turkeys. And 3 of the ants are goats. I'm going to turn this off and hop in here so we can check on them. We reworked the pins a little bit. I just got to step on over. Hey, Confetti. Hey, good guy. Phoebe, I saw you flagging your tail a little bit. I think she was in heat yesterday and maybe a little bit today. I think he bred her. Pretty sure he bred her. And Emma, he already bred in the past, and I'm just keeping her in here through next week to make sure that she doesn't come back into heat and that she's good and bred. But I've never done the pen breeding before where you throw them in a pen together until this year. It was just too much to try and keep up with every single doe's heat. I'll try to do better about it next year, but I have really gentle bucks, and I knew that I could just pin the does that were to be bred by them up with them, and they would be good and respectful to them. So, Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a big boy, but he's a good boy. And so they have a pen here where they get to hang out. They got this big old pool, which if you know goats, you know they are not going to be swimming in a pool. But it's nice and shaded and provides them with plenty of water. Cash, who does not get any ladies this year, he's just hanging out as close to Confetti as he can. Isn't that right? He's your little mini-me. Hey, Emma, get down. Get down, girl. Emma only had one baby last year. I'm hoping she has at least 2 this year. But she passed it well, so. I'm not a tree, Phoebe. You're just like, pet me. I'm so cute. Yes, you are. And Confetti, he also would like pets, but he's a stink. Like, literally, he stinks because of all that pee on his face. But Cash, he hasn't really become super Bucky yet at all. In fact, he'd probably not even care about these ladies over here. But just look at that face. He's gonna be a handsome dude. We'll get lots of use out of him next year for sure. Other than that, we can go check on, woo! Hello, my assistants. We can check on Silver and his girls, see how they're doing. Hi, Leia. Leia's filled out so much since she's been with us. She was scrawny and weak. She's doing so good now. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. It's kind of overwhelming, but also fun having so many companions follow you around outside. The turkeys, oh my gosh. Why are y'all in that water bowl? Whatever, they do their own thing. They have a larger water at the back of the house. I'm so excited about this over here. Okay, we've lost almost every single pumpkin. There were a lot of flowers on that plant, but we have not gotten much rain at all in the past few weeks. I don't even know when the last time was. And the goats are kind of eating that plant over there, so oh well. But do you see that? We have one beautiful, decently large white pumpkin growing. So I'm excited to see how big that gets. It might not make it much longer, given that the goats are interested in it. But I think that's pretty impressive for something we didn't intend on being there. And then Silver and his girls, they're doing pretty good too. Silver, I think, has done his job over here. But I'll keep the girls in here at least until Honey is totally dried up, because her 9-month-old baby, would still nurse off of her. And I think Honey would still let her nurse, because that's just how she is. She is just that mom. So they're all doing good though, and I'm thankful for that. But with that, y'all, again, I'd love to hear what fuels you, what you feel that your calling is. And don't forget, if you have a dream, go for it.